Tell me about this property, man. What we got?
Yeah, this is a great deal of the week. 18 units. This is what I consider to be kind of a picture-perfect representation of a core plus asset. Another investor had purchased the property and done all the heavy lifting. He bought it as a value add opportunity, invested a lot of capital expenditures, and bringing it up to level. So, the property itself was actually built in 2010. It consists of 18 garden units situated on a little over 2.5 acres. And it is in my backyard once again. I've got to love things that are in that Florida Naples MSA. The property, what really fascinates me about it is a Gulf access canal property.
Oh, nice.
Confuse a lot of people.
Is that still a B class asset for you, Walter? Or are you putting that almost B plus A minus when it's?
Yeah, this is really kind of a transient. The properties themselves, I would put in that B class, but the location is an A class. So, okay. What that tells us is even further on down the road, there may be the opportunity to actually go in and reposition this to an A class asset if we chose to go that route. Right now, it's cash. It's cash producing.
Higher end finishes and that kind of thing.
Yeah, higher end finishing, upgraded landscaping. Yeah, it's in a neighborhood that would support that. And I analyzed it both ways. We're going to talk about how we analyze. I analyzed it both ways. I looked at it from a value add, bringing it up to an A asset because of its location, and I looked at it just maintained as a cash flow asset. Right now, numbers wise, makes more sense to keep it where it is because it is producing. What's interesting about this is we use the term because we're so comfortable with it, Gulf access or canal access. For those of you that are not fortunate enough to live in the coastal community that I live in,
wow.
Yeah, hey, gotta rub it in. 75 degrees outside, beautiful. Yeah. But anyway, value of real estate is predicated based on your position with regards to water. So we have what are called Gulf access. If you hear somebody say Gulf access, means exactly that. Means you could get into a boat in your backyard and have access to the Gulf. This is Gulf access canal, which means there's a canal that takes you, in this case, about 300 yards, puts you into the Gulf of Mexico. The shorter the boat trip to the actual Gulf, the more valuable the property. So this property has an underlying value simply because of the fact it has that Gulf access. It also appeals to a very unique, group of people. There's not a lot of rental property that gives you Gulf access. And this property on site has a boat ramp and several boat lifts that is available only to the residents. So that you have that private, truly private access. Location is amazing. You're literally a few minutes walking distance to a historic downtown area with lots of small shops, cafes, restaurants. If you want to jump in the car, 5-minute ride will take you pretty much to anything that you want. Any of the big box stores, any of the chain restaurants are there as well. Also, very close by, you have some great golf and tennis amenities if that's something that you're into. So, there's a variety of potential clients for this type of property, whether it's seasonal individuals or year-round individuals just want to take advantage of all the amenities that are in this area. Now, these factors have allowed the current management to maintain about a 95% occupancy rate since they acquired the property in 2014. The property is coming to market because of a estate situation. We don't have all the details because it's not important to us, but the assumption there is somebody passed away, somebody inherited property, and now they want to liquidate the property. Repositioning, pretty simple on this, Dave. We kind of talked about it. We have a couple different options. The one I'm pushing for is we're going to acquire the property for a little over $3 million. We're going to put just $30,000 into the property in improvements, and that's simply going to be improved signage, update the landscaping. There's some touch-up painting that needs to be done. There were some stucco repairs done on the building.
This is painting carpet for the apartment complex.
This is super light lifting. You know, great core plus opportunity. She's cash flowing. She's doing well. It ain't broke. We ain't going to fix it. So the improvements will restore the complex basically to the first and best use, and provide us with an opportunity to maintain that current tenant base, which we want to maintain because the rental stream has been so good and consistent, and just to provide that continual cash flow to the fund. Targeted returns on this one, it's based on a 72-month hold. So our average annual cash on cash return, just shy of 14%, 13.93, not bad at all. Internal rate of return on this, when we start looking at what the time value of that money is going to be, 22.67%. In our equity multiple, 1.8x on this one.
Solid, just a solid little deal. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love the idea of the uniqueness of it too, having that boat ramp access. I mean, that's the Florida lifestyle in its essence right there, right? The water, the sunshine, the access, quality of living. It's something I'm thinking while you're going through this deal, and I saw the initial underwriting that you put together, and I loved it, was the fact that it could very well be, that elderly community. That could be your wealthier retiree coming in there, looking for those amenities that you referred to. It could be a real nice community piece on that 5 to 7 year exit strategy going forward. So I love it, as always, brother. Hey, it's an estate sale. So was it one of Walter's special, pocket listing type things?
It was actually sourced through a local attorney that I have a long-term relationship with. He had somebody in that situation, wanted to liquidate the property. He said, "Hey, I got a guy."
So good. So